Well, good evening, everybody. Today is Wednesday, July 26th, 27th, 2022. I can never get my dates right. But anyway, I'm Jacqueline. I'm an MSI with Wine Ambassador. And I am so excited to be here this evening to kind of narrate what's going on. We have a great program ready for you all tonight. We have our featured Mr. Peter Morley, who is he is an MSI with us, and he is going to be our host, and he has a lineup of cooks that have some fabulous recipes. We also have Peter Antonio, who we all love, and he's joining us. And in a few minutes, Rory is going to hop on here, and he is going to kick it off with our toast. So for those of you who have never joined, sit back and enjoy, because you're going to have a fun night. So Rory?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
Got it.
That is what we're going to print on his tombstone. Hold on 1 second.
It will be, right? Like I'll just be haunting all of you. So I've got an awesome food pairing I'm going to show you guys. It's one of my favorite ones to do. So this is a Syrah. I'm actually shocked I don't have very much of this left, which means we've had some good parties over here where 1 bottle, 2 bottle, 3 bottle, 4 went. This Syrah is just amazing. It's our Discovery Syrah. And I like Syrah with a lot of different types of foods. It's like a Pinot where you can kind of put it with a lot of things. Gosh, I love the smell of this Syrah, but I'm going to have this with a specific pizza. So the pizza I'm going to have this with is green olive and cheese. It's just green olive and cheese pizza. I try to time it for the show. So I got my pizza, I got my stuff, and I'm going to do a toast. And this toast goes to all those DoorDash delivery people that have helped me and Tanya through all our travels. We use them a lot. So here's to DoorDash, bringing awesome foods that we can pair for our wines that we bring with us. So cheers to DoorDash. And I know we have a lot of DoorDash drivers in our community, and I just applaud you and appreciate you.
Cheers.
Salud. Thank you, Rory. I can't wait to know how that pizza tastes, because it looks absolutely delicious.
Green olives are amazing.
Yes, they are. So, we'll be back with you a little bit later.
Sounds like a plan. By the way.
Yes, sir.
Green olives and pineapple is even better, but I let Tanya not have pineapple this time. She takes it from me, but green olives and pineapple and cheese, obviously on a pizza, just make note of it to try it. It's an unbelievable taste. You get that sour from the green and a little bit of the sour and the olive taste with the pineapple and cheese. Unbelievable. And that one though, I like that one with the cap. All right.
Okay. Well, we'll check in with you later, sir. So now
and I'll be here. And I'll be here.
I know you will, darling. Okay, so we are going to move on to Peter Antonio. He does have a surprise for us this evening. So Peter, take it away, buddy.
Okay, well, I have, as you can see here, I have quite a house full of to celebrate what I'm about to announce to you. It's something that we've never had before. Very special wine, and Miguel had to be here for this. Everybody knows her, so, and everybody may recognize, anybody who's in Hawaii recognizes these bags. We had them for a blind tasting we did there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be where I'm going to pull out and show you our newest wine shipping in August.
Oh, wow.
So here we go. The Adele Antonio Red Zinfandel.
Oh, congratulations. That is awesome. Hold it up close, Peter, so we can see the label. It's beautiful. It looks like it's beautiful.
So excited.
Oh my. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So happy.
Wait to get a bottle of that.
Oh, I need a case, a whole case. That's my favorite wine in the whole wide world is Red Zin. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, what perfect for you. Perfect wine for you, my beautiful lady.
Congratulations, Adele.
Yeah. I've been wanting to do a Red Zinfandel for ages, and we've been wanting to do the Adele for ages, and the two of them came together. So everybody's going to be getting this and hurry on the custom cases after that, because I don't think this one's gonna last.
Oh,
This may be the best wine we've ever put out.
that is so awesome. Congratulations, sweet lady.
Thank you.
I'm so happy I was here tonight. Oh, Peter, that's just awesome. I'm about to cry. I'm so happy.
Okay. So we are going to now really kick this off with our very own Peter Morley, and he is going to introduce all of his cooks and what they're pairing their wine with this evening. So Peter, would you unmute yourself and let's rock and roll, brother?
Absolutely. And you guys, what a treat, right? What an amazing treat to get this this red zin in, right? We're all excited about that. And obviously coming from Peter is even more amazing, right? And especially with his mother. Okay, so cool. So the one thing we're gonna be focusing on tonight, you guys all know that I do like themes, right? So our theme tonight is basically we're going to pair different things, and I love how Rory did pizza tonight, right? Because I really enjoy, and I think that everybody really needs to enjoy, that you don't have to have, you know, 5-star meals to enjoy our incredible wines with, right? It all just breaks down to whatever makes sense to you. So this is fun wine pairing. That's our theme. Our theme is fun wine pairing. So whatever you think would go good with what you're cooking is what we talked about in the last week to pair with what you guys are cooking tonight. So we've got Julie Lundeen, who is going to be cooking first. And she's going to be doing a pizza as well, a French bread pizza, and she's going to be pairing it with what she decides she wants to pair it with, right? We're not all the best. We don't know as much as Rory and Tanya and Peter know about wine pairings, but we do know what we think sounds good. And that's what we're going to be doing tonight, right? So we're going to be pairing just these dishes with what we think sounds good to us. And let's find out what happens. So we got Julie Lundeen first, then we got Kathy Ashby coming on. No, excuse me. We got Kim Moore coming on doing her cauliflower. This thing sounds amazing to me. And then we got Kathy Ashby doing a dessert last. And the cool thing is Peter Antonou is also pairing the brand new Zin with a dessert as well. So we've got 4 courses tonight, which this is going to be awesome. So I am so excited. So we're going to start with Julie Lundeen. Are you ready, Julie?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you. We can hear you. I'm going to mute out and just go from here.
Okay, I can't see me, but
You look great. You look great.
we're doing here. Anyway, I decided to do a French bread pizza. Long time ago, my mother used to always do pizza out of a box, and to me, it was the best. And then when I went to visit my sister, she made it, and it was Chef Boyardee. And I'm like, wow, that is good stuff. And the pizza sauce is just awesome as well. I wish I could see me on that screen. Anyway, so what I have is I cut a half a loaf of French bread pizza, and I cut it in half. Now, I don't really have a really good working oven. I have a Power XL countertop oven that you bake, convection oven.
The big
air
toaster
fryer.
ovens, huh? Like a big toaster oven?
It can be that too. It's a multi purpose one, and it suits me because I'm alone. And this is perfect for myself. So what I'm doing is basically I'm putting the sauce on. And I love cheese. You can never have enough cheese. So
Absolutely.
I'm putting on Parmesan on top of the sauce. And you can do it any way you like, of course. And then my topping is pepperoni. You gotta have pepperoni. And of course you could put any of your topping if you want to cook up hamburger or sausage or something like that, but I want it simple and easy and to do. So I put that on it. And then I think I doubled some of these up. After I put the pepperoni on, I love black olives.
Mm.
That when growing up, everybody knew I liked black olives. So for Christmas, Santa Claus would give me a can of black olives. My mother would give me a can of black olives. Everybody would give me a can of black olives. So put some black olives on top of it. Yeah, black. Who said I can speak? And then I do a couple cheeses. I do one that's a pizza cheese blend and put that on top.
That looks heavenly.
Oh gosh. And then I put some mozzarella on
I
top.
got a head of mozzarella.
Yeah.
So now you
No
got
Italian-
3 or 4
No
different
Italian
types.
into Scandinavian, girl.
Now you
Not
got
at
3 or
all.
4 different types of cheeses on there. That's going to be delicious.
Yeah, it is. And I like mine really toasted on top,
Okay.
which makes it pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other half, and I will put it in the oven, and it'll last about 9-10 minutes, and then I'll be ready. So you can come back to me.
Okay. And what are you pairing that with this evening, darling? I know you're not ready.
Well, funny thing happened. Rory just mentioned it. I chose the Syrah.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
I haven't tried it. So I was told by Peter that was kind of a sweet one. And I have a couple
Yeah.
of friends here.
Oh, no, that's a wonderful choice. Because anytime you have tomato sauce and spicy things, the Syrah is a terrific choice. And obviously, Rory mentioned it, it's how well it goes with pizza. So
Perfect.
Yeah, so
Well, Julie, we'll be back to you in a bit. Peter, you want to introduce your next cook, sweetie?
Yes, so Kim Moore is going to be up next with us right now. And I did want to say one thing is that, as I said earlier, is that we're just kind of pairing wines as we kind of see that it works for us. And Peter just said the Syrah made sense, and that's what made sense to Julie. And so you guys got to realize that, you know, we can choose a bunch of different wines as we move forward. If they make sense, they make sense, right? Because they're all delicious wines, right?
yeah, and that's the thing. There's not really a bad choice. Drink what you like, and
Yes,
eat
drink
what you like, and you're always going to be happy. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna add just a couple things. Number one, you guys don't know how special this Zinfandel is. Actually gonna just blow your minds. It takes a long time to make a red Zin. There's years that's been in the barrels. So Peter, they've been waiting for this. Adele's been waiting for this, and you guys, it's coming out in the next month's shipments. So everybody that's got the mixed bottles that's not all white, you're all gonna get a bottle of the Adele. And for those of you that don't know anything about like a red Zin, this is an amazing treat. And for those of you that don't know what to pair it with, I'm just going to put this out there. Make a really good red sauce, pasta, spaghetti, something, and just try that. Red Zin goes with a lot of things, but do it with a hearty red sauce to start out with. That's how I first had Red Zin, and I cannot forget it today because it was so magic. It was awesome. And everybody here can pretty much do a good spaghetti. It's something you can do, whether you buy a great sauce and just cook the noodles for it or do takeout. But I'm going to recommend the Red Zin with spaghetti with a hearty red sauce and get fun. If you get like a saucy red, like a saucy, like a spicy meat or spicy notes in that sauce, watch what that Red Zin does with that. It's a fun wine. And it's a heavy wine. It's got a pretty good alcohol base to it. As a hearty wine. So just expect that as you enjoy that. You're gonna want more than one bottle, and I don't know how much we have in. This is made when our batches were smaller than they are, so I guess it's gonna. I can guess it's gonna go quick. I can tell you. I'm glad I know a guy because we're gonna order cases. Right? So
Yeah.
you guys, we want to have a Zen in our lineup all the time and working on it. It's just Napa does some really good ones. And our winemaker is amazing with the Zen. Just wait till you try it. The next thing I'm just going to put out there for those of you that are doing socials or wine parties, a lot of times you do a charcuterie board set. I'm going to tell you what's really fun is you have a rosé, a Chardonnay, okay, a rosé, a Chardonnay, a Sauvignon Blanc, even a Pinot Grigio. You can mix all these in, and then put your Syrah, your Charbonneau, put a Cab, a Pinot Noir, even a Merlot, right? And have that available for tasting, and order a bunch of pizzas and do a pizza party, and get like the buffalo chicken and the Alfredo chicken, the Alfredo pizzas, and watch the taste explosions with that. And this is one of the most affordable ways to do it because you can get pretty affordable pizzas, get a bunch of feeds a lot of people, but pizza and wine parties are absolutely underrated. They are a blast. So putting that out there, you guys can carry on. That was what I wanted to share with you guys today.
Thank
Before-
you, Corey.
Yeah, and before we get to Kim, I wanted to say, this is exactly the point I was trying to make tonight. We just can have fun with all the different foods that we get, right? Or that we love to eat, okay? So we can have fun with it with our wines. Okay, so Kim, take it away.
I thought y'all were never going to get to me. No, I'm so excited. I'm sitting here with this most gorgeous head of cauliflower I have ever gotten in my whole life. Okay, I got this head of cauliflower today. I did not have to cut one piece of bad off of this head of cauliflower. Not one little smidgy little piece. I've never had a head of cauliflower like that. And all I had to do, and I'm going to show y'all so you can just see, I part cooked this in the microwave, okay?
Oh,
Lost your
darn
camera,
it.
Kim.
Darn it.
Well, while Kim gets that organized, I got to tell you more about this thing. This Zinfandel. I mean, obviously people have been asking me forever, when can we get Zinfandel? But we have a friend here tonight, Michelle, who's looking at her phone. She hadn't had our wines yet, so she tasted the Zinfandel. She couldn't wait to pull out her credit card. So welcome our newest member here.
Hi.
Welcome.
That's how good the Zinfandel is. One sip and that's
Welcome.
So the Zinfandel is one of the oldest grapes that's grown in the United States. It was always considered the America's grape. It actually goes back a lot further than this. It goes back to Croatia and Macedonia and parts of Greece, almost 6,000 BC. This grape, we can find people using this grape. And it's one of the few grapes that survived from before Prohibition. I know it was used to make a lot of unfortunate wines during the 80s and 90s, but the red Zins are a completely different animal. And this is going to be one of the most amazing wines you've ever had. And this is, our wines already. This is better. So
Can't wait to get it, Peter. It's gonna be delicious.
it is spectacular. We're into our third bottle tonight already.
Oh,
So,
wow. I knew I should have been up there at your party. I knew it.
yeah.
Okay, Peter, Kim, you back with us, baby?
I am. Well, I almost kept it all together, but I like I said, I pre-cooked it in the microwave so that it wouldn't take as long to roast it in the oven. But some of the pieces are falling off. But I'm going to do it anyway because it still works. What I made the sauce with is basically, and I didn't measure any of it because I didn't like the measurements that they had. When I made it before, I just added extra and it wasn't enough sauce. So I had to increase the amounts of everything. So I took the juice of a whole half a lemon and I put about 3/4 of a stick of butter and some pink salt and a little pepper and olive oil. And then I'm adding, believe it or not, Dijon mustard. I saved that and put it in last because it seems like a crazy thing. But we're going to put just a little squirt and a half. And we're combining that all together. And then we're going to pour part of it into here, into the underneath so that it goes down kind of through it. And then the rest, I'm going to flip this over Now you notice I'm putting it in. Oh, I missed the most important part, my dumb silly self. The garlic. We'll put that all through the top. That's all right. I'll squirt some on the bottom. Garlic. Lots and lots of garlic. Got all excited about the Zinfandel. I lost my brain. Lots and lots of garlic goes in there. And so this is garlic, butter, lemon, a little bit of Dijon mustard, and garlic, butter, lemon, Dijon mustard, olive oil. And so now I'm gonna flip this back over. And it's in a cast iron pan with just a little bit of olive oil again at the bottom. I don't know if you can see me flipping or not. I think I got it positioned right. Some of the head has fallen, so it's not going to be as beautiful as it started out. Don't know why. Oh, it's so pretty though. It's such a beautiful head of cauliflower. Huh. All right, so it's going to have the seasoning underneath and on top. I don't have a paintbrush. I guess I'm going to have to buy me a paintbrush now that I've been cooking this. This is actually my entree because I eat cauliflower. I love cauliflower. So we're going to take this and we're going to pour this all over the top. And I'll get my little side wonders over here. All over the top. And I've got the oven preheated to 400. And we're going to stick this right in there. And we're going to do it probably about the time everybody's ready to get back to me, about 20 minutes or so by the time everybody gets done piddling. And I was going to do some garlic wrapped asparagus, but I'm not because it's time is not allowing for it. So I've got, that would be my side that I would have with it. But I'm going to go ahead and put this in there and I'm going to put me a little bit of pepper on the top too.
And Kim, what are you pairing that with this evening, honey?
I am pairing it with the Grenache because you would think the white, because everybody thinks naturally would think of white. It would actually probably go good with a nice Chardonnay too, or a Pinot Grigio, even a Rosé would go real nice with it. But because I put a lot of garlic, I put a lot of garlic. So red, I drink reds. That's just what I like. And I'm gonna have to finish the bottle of whatever I open. So it's gonna be a red.
Okay. We can't wait to see how that pairs. It sounds delicious. I still can't believe that you cooked that whole damn thing of cauliflower all together. I'd probably mess that up.
This fell apart more than the other one because I cut it and I'm not as good at it. My helper helped me last time and she helped keep it up. She cut it better where it didn't fall apart. Well, I cut it a little too deep. I got excited. So, because it was so pretty.
Well, we'll be back.
You got excited. I'm amazed.
It took me less than 5 minutes to prep this thing. I've never bought as pretty a head of cauliflower, and it was only $2.79 for this head of cauliflower. I about fell over into the floor. I'm like, I'm gonna live on cauliflower. I can survive.
Hey, I bet you can. So, Peter, you want to introduce your next cook baby?
Yes, and I do. And you guys, this is so much fun because we're doing cauliflower for a main dish right now.
I
right?
love it. I love it.
I think it's awesome, right? And we're pairing it with a ganache, which most people would probably not even think about, right? So I think this is so much fun. Now, the next one is Kathy Ashby. So Kathy, are you ready to go? Oh,
Gotta
unmute.
unmute, baby girl.
Oops, sorry. I said, I'm
There you
glad you called me next because my ice cream's melting. Okay, I made a peach crumble. And I know I probably told y'all this before, but I feel so blessed to live in a town where I have a strawberry farm where I can go get strawberries that were picked that morning and a peach orchard. So I've got April, May, and July and August covered with fresh fruit. And I have got the most gorgeous peaches. Oh my gosh, they just melt in your mouth. I've already got I put my link to my page. It was the very first thing in the chat. So you're going to have to scroll all the way up. But I'm not going to tell you all the stuff I did with it, except I did add one thing. I added some Irish whiskey to my recipe. It's made by Shanties. And I discovered this when they were actually giving out samples at the liquor store. Hey, I never turned down a free sample. And it tastes like vanilla and caramel. Well,
Oh,
I
wow.
thought, okay, I'm putting vanilla ice cream on this. So that's a tie-in. Then I paired it with the Tanya Pinot Grigio.
Oh,
And this worked out great because for dinner tonight, since we're all pigging out on peach crumble, we had smoked salmon, steamed broccoli, and grilled squash. So this went great with that also. So we've been drinking this all night. But now, let me see if I can let you see my bowl here. Okay, tell me when you can see it. I'm on my laptop and I'm having to
back
kind
it up just a little bit, but we're close. Yes, yes. Oh, that looks
See
really
that?
good. Yeah.
of, okay, well, let's see how it tastes because I haven't even cheated and tasted it yet. And remember, I put the fruit fresh on my peaches too, so they don't turn brown and make your food look ugly. And also it's got some lemon juice in it to help cut through the sweetness. Oh, and I picked this one, the Pinot Grigio, because Peter said, have fun, just pick whatever comes to your mind first. I knew this was going to be extremely sweet. And the first word I think of when I think of this Pinot Grigio is crisp. It's got a very crisp flavor. And I thought, that might just work together. So we're going to find out.
Okay.
That's good. Oh, wow. Really brings out the peach, the vanilla.
Wow.
Oh, man.
I think your face says everything there.
I was waiting for you to chime in, sir.
Oh, it's good. Man, this is good. If I do say so myself.
Awesome.
I definitely recommend.
Well, I can't wait to get your recipe. You always have such wonderful recipes. I just love it, love it, love it.
Well, Jackie, everything I've ever cooked on the show, this is the first time I've ever made it.
Well, now you don't supposed to be saying that, sister.
Everything I've ever cooked on this show has always been a recipe I've never made before. So I'm really discovering myself in our Discovery Wine Club.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's part of the fun. Like Peter said, just enjoy it. I mean, it's no right or wrong.
We can win and fail together,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, before we go on to your your first cook, would you like to talk a little bit about the wine club, Peter?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Peter Morley, but I got two Peters on here. Y'all really
Well,
yeah.
you also remember I'm cooking something, Jackie, so.
Oh.
Yeah, and Peter's an expert on this wine club, but I have a little bit of knowledge myself, right? I talk with my hands, guys. I apologize, but at the end of the day, yes, this is a wine of the month club where you can get these incredible, affordable wines delivered to your door every single month, right? And if you understand the value of what's going on here, you just can't miss out. Right? It's crazy. I mean, we just introduced a red Zin that is going to be out of the box, right? And we have the Merlots, we have the Cabs, we have, I mean, the most amazing Chardonnays, the Rosés. I didn't really enjoy a lot of the white wines until I joined this club. And now that I have joined this club, I love them. Right? I can't wait to get a white, which I never liked before, right? Not that I didn't like, that wasn't my preference. But at the end of the day, the value that we have here is just incredible. And once you start enjoying our wines and you start pairing with different foods, and like we talked about earlier, Rory's having pizza tonight with wine, right? I mean, Julie's having pizza with wine. It goes with everything, but it enhances every single meal that we have. So what I want to explain to you guys is that there's no wrong way to pair wines. Of course, there's some guidelines, right? We all know there's some guidelines that, the heavier reds go with the meats, the whites go with the chicken and so on and so forth, and the seafood, whatever. It doesn't matter. We can all explore, and this is what makes it so much fun for us, right? So we get to explore everything and have fun. So get with the person that brought you here and they will explain a little more how to get involved with this Wine of the Month Club, because I'm going to tell you, it's amazing. And this Wine and Dine show is just way too much fun, right? We all have a blast, right? And you get to see different recipes from different people, even if they're like simple recipes or they're not simple recipes. You get to explore different recipes, and they'll be available online so you can check them out. So everybody, get with the person that brought you here and just start enjoying. That's my spiel. Okay. Okay, Jacqueline, we've got, I know Peter's kind of ready, but I think we need to go to Julie Lundeen. Are you ready, Julie?
You need to unmute, sweetheart. God, that looks delicious.
Oh my gosh, it sounds so good. Just a simple dish, right? Simple, simple, simple.
All right, can you hear me now?
That looks delicious.
Anyway, let me mute this one out. All right, this is one of the two. This one had the black olives on it. The other one I already took off and gave it to my two friends that are here, but see how toasted and I hope you can see.
Oh, that looks delicious.
How toasted
so
the cheese is. That's the way I like it.
Yes, my mouth's watering. You can
And
send me a
stuff like
slice
that.
of it.
So it's simple, it's easy, it's quick, you know, maybe 15 minutes total time, make and bake, and there we go.
Okay, so you're gonna pair for us a little bit?
All right. I cut a chunk off. Now with me and wine, it's I either like it or I don't like it. I've never been able to taste the flavors, but that's just me. So I'm a person that I like it, I don't, and I move on. So here is.
Hey, you know what? That's okay too.
That is so good.
It looks delicious.
Man. Tastes pretty good. I probably should have chilled it a little bit longer because I like my wine a bit cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wasn't
yeah.
sure how long I should make it cold or not. So, but I would probably make it a little bit cold, but it's all good. And then for our dessert.
Oh, we have dessert.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, all kinds of desserts tonight.
Really?
Yeah, well, since I'm a diabetic, I try to find something that works for it. And it's sugar-free pudding, sugar-free chocolate mint patties. And I couldn't find a low thing that didn't have it whipped cream. So it's a little bit off, but just layered it out and we have a little dish of yummies.
That looks absolutely delicious too.
So anyway,
Thank you.
all right, that's me.
Okay, let's go over to Kim at this point. Kim, are you ready or not?
Well, it is still cooking.
Oh, that's
When it-
okay, Kim. Why
what
don't,
is-
why don't I take over for a few minutes and cook while you get yours ready to go?
All righty, that sounds good.
Okay. Well-
I'm getting it ready. It's just sitting in there cooking. I ain't doing nothing.
No, that's fine. Yep. Okay. But to introduce, because this is Adele's night and this was her request for what to cook tonight, so I'll let her tell you all about it while I start to put it together.
Okay, Peter's gonna be making what we call Greek donuts. Greek donuts, otherwise known as loukoumades. And they're yummy.
And this is one of the easiest things to put together if you have somebody coming over, you want to do it quick, and it's easy to remember this recipe. 1 egg, 1 cup of yogurt, 1 cup of flour, and a teaspoon of baking powder. So all one, very easy to remember. Mix it together. I have oil heated up here and I'm gonna fry them in a minute. And after they're fried, I'm gonna cover them with cinnamon, walnuts, and honey. So, and that's gonna bring out some great flavors with that Zinfandel. So, I'm gonna start mixing this together and frying in a moment. And while I fry, you can talk, see how everyone else is doing.
Okay. So Kim, are you ready for us, dear?
I told you it takes 20 minutes in the oven. So, I mean, there ain't nothing I can do about it. I didn't get to, usually I start and then cook it. So it takes a minute. So
Oh,
it
that's
won't be long
okay.
though. I'm gonna put it on broil for a few minutes and get the top going because I had some Parmesan cheese and a little more sauce on top.
Well, that's okay. We can sit here and chat about all kinds of everything wine related while we wait for that to go and while these donuts fry.
Peter, you
Don't
want
Don't
to
you
talk a
agree,
little bit?
Peter, that, I'm sorry, I was gonna say, don't you agree that Zinfandel, red Zinfandel to me goes with everything? I mean, I've not tasted anything that red Zinfandel doesn't go with.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tonight we had dinner and I made I grilled a whole pork tenderloin. I made a sauce of raspberry, tarragon, and honey mustard. And that's what we had the wine with. It was amazing. And
Oh,
barbecue, anything involving berries. It loves berries. It loves sweet. It loves spicy. Pork is great with it. We'll probably have lamb chops with it tomorrow. I mean, it can go with, and chocolate. I know we have, I don't want to stomp on Roy's territory with the Merlot here, but this may be, this is also a pretty spectacular pairing with chocolate. So.
Wow.
And it's a great sipping wine too. I mean, it's great just by itself.
Absolutely.
Just you guys get one bottle in your shipment. You may not want to have too many people around when you open it. Just enjoy it. Like you may not want to share the one bottle.
You know
Yeah,
that one bottle is not going to work with me. It's just not.
I know that. Kim, you've been asking for the Zen, and I didn't want to tell you guys because we didn't know when it was going to be ready. Like you don't
You
know.
know I've been begging you for this, Rory. You know I've been.
I
begging
do know. You're not
So
the only one. I
please
mean,
I'll let you be in control of my shipment, okay? I've been begging for this. I really have. I'll order extra. I promise.
Yeah, you guys, it's a treat. It's an absolute treat. And hopefully the next one's ready before, too long. It might be a couple years, guys. We're getting it in the rotation.
And I mean, think about it. If I love regular Zen, just think how much I'm going to love one of our Zens. I'm going to be like Psycho Chick,
It's a very special release. You guys are going to love it. Like it's so good. And it's our only Zen release for guys for a while. So don't, cabs, we have a lot of those in motion because that's a very popular wine. Zens are very popular and Napa's known for them, but there's a difference in a good Zen and then a regular Zen. This is amazing. You guys are going to know what it tastes like here in days. This is the one I get to tease you guys for a long time. It's coming. It's coming out this next month.
That's awesome.
It's in the warehouse even. Like we know it's there. It's, Peter's got it lined up for the shipments. So you guys know one of the wines you're getting next month.
Can we pre-order, Rory?
I don't know if Peter's got it. I know he's got enough going out in the shipments. It'll be in the custom cases. We'll let you guys know when that's ready. We'll have an update next Wednesday.
On August 1st, it'll be in custom cases.
There you go, August 1st.
Hello.
What a great night, right? I am so blessed. I mean, when I got the email that I'm supposed to host this tonight, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not prepared. But I am so excited for tonight because we're rolling out a new wine and we've got some amazing dishes tonight, right, guys? So thank you to everybody.
All right. So
I got to leave that in there for about just 5 more minutes. I'm going to stick it on
5 more minutes.
I like the brown top.
okay, we'll see how Peter's coming along. Peter, how you coming along over there, buddy?
Oh, they're looking really nice. I'm just trying to, you don't want to rush something when you're frying it. I don't have to tell us everything that, right?
And Peter, what do you fry those in? Like a
Just plain vegetable oil.
okay.
Just nothing fancy. No, you don't have to go anything exotic. Just I think what would my grandmother call it in that, what would she fry it in? This was the thing. If anybody showed up, all of a sudden she'd come out with a big batch of these in possibly short time. It was just, you see how easy it is to put together. But this is our food when people come over. This is somebody's coming over. Okay, let's make a batch of these. So, and I remember you said you got to keep this infidel to yourself. Well, 3 of us started drinking it. We grew a crowd. We have a lot of people here now because they could tell it was so good, and they smelled this cooking. So we're this beach cottage, Dell's Beach Cottage, where I'm at, is probably one of my favorite places on earth. It's really special because as you sit here, you never know when a party's going to break out, and that's what's going on here tonight. So right before we started, my brother was here with his dog, and okay, yeah, here, let me while it's frying, introduce you to the crowd here. These are all our friends. As I said, Michelle, our newest member, who, as soon as she tasted the liquor, I said she needed to be part of the party. Here, who are the best host you'll ever want. And Deb is an amazing cook, so someday I'm gonna ask her to cook with me on the show. And so these are all my favorite people here.
And these are special requests from Ira.
I
Yes.
love these donuts. I love these donuts.
So
So they're family favorites. We can tell. I can't wait till you to hear about when you taste it, Peter.
yeah, they're getting.
Want to taste, Jack?
I would love a taste. I wanted to be at the party, Miss Adele. I can't
Well,
believe
just show up. There'll be another party as soon as
Don't
you get
worry,
here.
I might.
There's a party every night there, I think. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
always got something good going on.
That's the fun part.
Yep,
So,
absolutely. So, but
all right. Well, we're waiting on Miss Kim. I think she's almost ready. I don't know. We're waiting a little bit. That's all right.
I don't talk as much as I do. I can keep the air filled, but I'm trying to behave tonight. Jackie's like, yeah.
well, it's a shame we don't have any ladies who like to talk about here tonight. I mean, it's really kind of a quiet night. I realize that, but but yeah. But Kim was telling me about that. I love whole roasted cauliflower. I've had that many times, and it's always a treat. So I'm looking forward to watching her dig into that. That's
It's gonna be
you can
fast.
you could also cut cauliflower into a steak and just throw it on the grill, just like you would a piece of meat. So if you ever, and it'll go with the same wines that you'll do with that piece of meat.
That's
Absolutely.
normally how I serve this when I pull the whole head out. Well, I've only done it one other time. I shouldn't say normally. I did it one other time. And when I printed the recipe, because I just got ink from my printer today, and I just printed the recipe before we started, and I printed the wrong one. So I had to just go from memory. So my brain shorted out a little bit. But that last time when I cooked it, I just sliced it into big thick chunks like a steak. And that's how I did it. At least for the one that I gave to my helper today. Mine, I just ate it out the skillet in big spoonfuls. Because it's just me here. So who cares? But it is. It's wonderful like this. And this one is so huge. I don't think it can just stay together. It's just such a big head of cauliflower. It's so big. I'm gonna see if I can get this up here without burning myself.
Be careful.
The reason I did it while my helper was here because I hadn't heard her do the heavy stuff and me not drop stuff and burn stuff. So I don't usually break bad with something like this on my own. All right, now I'm putting a little bit of the Asiago and Romano cheese on the top. Yeah. Well, I said I was. I got the new bottle instead of the old one. We can do that real quick. Oh, that was not hard. And then I'm also going to do something a little different because y'all know I change up everything. I can't do anything like a normal person. Well, I just opened it a second ago and now I can't open it. All right, so we're going to sprinkle the top with this. And then while it's getting hot, I'm going to take a little bit of this Italian style shredded cheese with the mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, romano, fontina and Asiago cheese and just sprinkle a little bit of that on top. So it'll just kind of melt over the top too. Because cheese gives you a little bit of your protein. And that's what kind of makes it a little bit more like a full thing. And makes it curdy too. And as I said, I'm pairing mine with the Grenache. So I have had a separate glass over there in one of my nice Riedel glasses because it's got the big bottom. It's actually in a big old Syrah glass, but the bottom is a lot bigger and the top is skinnier. So it's almost like a decanter of itself. And so I'll just let y'all see what this looks like and how beautiful it is. Hopefully I won't cut myself off again. Can you see that?
Wow. Uh-huh. It's pretty.
Peter?
Oh, that looks
Yeah.
so good.
And it normally it'd be a little bit browner on top, and I didn't put quite as much pepper on there as I normally would. I don't know why, but I didn't. And then I will put some on a plate, and we'll or I could do, but you know. But I'm gonna be giving some of this away, so I have to eat like a real person.
So while we're waiting on her to plate that, let's go back over to Peter Antoineau and let him finish
Okay,
up
well,
his little thing, right?
well, Adele has nicely finished them off with the cinnamon, the honey, and the walnuts, and you can see they look pretty amazing here. So, can everyone see them?
Yes,
Yeah.
they look really very crispy.
Okay, well, I need to. No, I need to get to the plates. Okay, let's hand them around to my guests here. Okay. Yeah, the smell in here is spectacular. Well, I'm gonna take one for myself and I'm gonna pass the dish over so everybody else can be served. And I'm gonna have a taste of it with this. Yeah, that's worth burning my tongue for. Yeah.
You just,
Yeah, you guys know there's another benefit of really good hearty red wines like the Zinfandel. If you ever like have something that's too hot, like let's say that your friend tricks you to taking a big spoonful of hot sauce. Milk doesn't really work. Water just spreads it, but wine will break it down to where you can like survive. But a hearty red, and the Zinfandel is a good one for it. Just in case it comes up. Food for thought.
Well, that's good to know. I've had it come up in my family before.
And these donuts are like nothing you've ever had. They're so moist. If you ever go to a Greek festival at a Greek church, they will always have these there, but they're too easy to make. So make some for yourself. And the nuts and the honey and this wine are just amazing.
I love going to Greek festivals. Love them. They have them every year.
awesome. Awesome,
Okay,
awesome,
I have
awesome.
I have a quick question. It's a wine question. Would
Okay.
would the Tempranillo go good with the spot? I was told when I asked about this wine that it goes well with spicy things. Is that
The Tempranillo?
yes? Is
Yeah, it's a great red to break it down too. Absolutely is.
okay.
And different spices, you're going to find, this best thing to do is experiment, right? But depending on the type of spice, because like if it's like Indian spices, like Indian food,
Mhm.
I wouldn't do it in Tempranillo with that. Indian, I'm going to do a Pinot Noir because they have such a dichotomy of flavors. I like Pinot Noir with my Indian food. Okay. But that being said, hot, like Mexican spicy, like that type of thing, that Tempranillo in Mexican would be like unbelievable.
Okay.
So it's what type of heat are we talking about, right?
Right.
And if we're starting to go to more of the, the Middle Eastern stuff like the Indian, and we start to go to Pakistani food, you're gonna want to break that down with a more like, yeah, you're gonna be careful. But Tempranillo will go great with all of those. Like if it's like what's that? Anise in the cooking, anise and Tempranillo will be really good too. Am I saying anise right? Yeah, the licorice.
Anise,
Right, yeah.
anise, yes.
Yeah. So if you know that type of food, that Tempranillo is like if you're going to like a fusion situation or where they're blending cultures together, that's a great one just to have because it'll blend them all. It's pretty forgiving. Or a Pinot. But yeah, the Tempranillo is a fun one. I've had, I know I probably had 4 bottles of that this month already. I love that wine, but it is very versatile.
Yeah,
So yes,
I like the Tempranillo too.
spicy and white wines don't usually go well. Like I'm just gonna tell you from my if it's a hearty anything or very potent in flavor, you want to match it with a robust wine. Just great rule of thumb. You almost can't go wrong, but it'll taste different, right? It'll taste different. And I'll tell you something that's fun to do. If there's 4 or more of you, I'm trying to be responsible. If there's 4 or more of you at the dinner table, 2 bottles of wine that complement similar are great to have. So you start out like the Tempranillo and then go to a Pinot Noir. 1 glass with the one, 1 glass the other, and just watch them explain how they taste it. It's a lot of fun having 2 different varietals that have the same attributes to make the flavors pop. But it's different with each one. The food will taste different with the one wine to the other wine. It's fun. Anyway, just putting that out there.
Yeah. Another thing you might want to do is try a bottle of red and a bottle of white, or follow
That's
Little
always a great
Joe
way to do it.
and-
But when you go with spicy, I've never had a white wine go really good with spicy food for me. Unless it's like this weird white that came out that really is emulating a red, another story. But as a rule of thumb, heartier, the more intense the flavors, I like to match the wine intensity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, I agree. And
I
let's see the
almost
city.
did a red and a white with this cauliflower tonight, but I thought, okay.
You
I'll be
probably
really drunk by
would have
the
been
time I
great with
drink
that.
the-
Kim, you probably would have been really good with that.
I thought
the
about
thing-
the Tango Pinot Grigio. That was the one I thought about putting with it.
Also,
But I got it
Pinot Grigio pairs with everything from air to solid anything. Like it's just great, right? Like
Yeah.
it pairs great with just air.
Yeah.
And I think I've still got a bottle of the rosé that I had back in. I put in my little. I didn't get the wooden box when I got Grand Cru. I was like before wooden box age was around, and I used that box to put my special wines that I'm kind of keeping for special occasions because all my Grand Cru ones I've already sucked up,
Yeah.
So, but I have the rosé back there, and so I almost thought about that, but I said no, I'm not gonna do that.
I know.
But
I
it
have
would've
a
gone
feeling, I have a feeling that Red Zen is gonna go in my hiding place where my Tanya Rosé and that last Moscato that we got, I have 1
Yes.
bottle left and I am hoarding it and hiding it. Nobody else gets it but me.
Yeah,
Well, I don't
I
think
have.
I'm gonna be sharing the Zen. I think I have a hard time.
I'm going to tell
sharing
you guys right now, don't have too many people around when you open that bottle.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Remember what I
Wait
told you
till you
my
have
favorite
more
I
bottle?
might, I might be sharing it with people that are real wine aficionados.
it's-
because
it's-
it will not
it's a
be
very-
somebody like my friend that I do my wine and my Friday night wine movie nights because she could drink box wines and it doesn't matter to her. But
Yeah, let her
she
drink the
always
box
comes
wines.
on
Yeah.
Friday nights. I'm not wasting my good wines with her.
No.
Come on, Kim, let's see you taste that and pair it, sister.
In my
Remember
mouth
when
right
I
now.
said-
I couldn't wait any longer.
Growing up, Rory, what my favorite always was Pinot Grigio.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. It's good now. It was good. It's not gone.
I've got some nice, fresh, homegrown tomatoes that my helper brought over, and they are the sweetest, most wonderful tomatoes I've ever put in my mouth. And
Wow.
I lived in Plant City where tomatoes are really good. I can't remember the name of the town right there. Oh, that's
Something
now-
color.
it's wonderful. Can you tell? I had to stop talking. I had to go.
I have 1 more bottle of this in the cooler, by the way, waiting for that delivery from Kathy Ashby.
Aha. Would you like some peach crumble to go with that now?
That's perfect. I did take, by the way, and put more sauce on top of everything because there was plenty in the bottom of the skillet. And I'm going to put this back in there to cook a little bit more because I took it out a little early, but it's still good anyway because I had cooked enough. But it's really good with this. It does perfect with it because I didn't put a whole ton of mustard. I just put a little bit of mustard in there. and the lemon and stuff, and it's just about, it's perfect. I mean, it got perfect together, because I don't think I would have liked a white with it. I really don't.
Cool. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Looks
it makes
wonderful.
sense
Can't
with
wait
all
to
that
get your recipe
mustard and,
page.
yeah, all those flavors, the mustard, the cheese, the roasted flavors. Yeah, that's a red wine too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, Adele asked me to point out, you gotta don't use fancy Greek yogurt with this recipe. It doesn't come out right. You just gotta use your basic cheap plain whole milk yogurt.
Hey, we have a really good question on here. Yeah, the whole milk yogurt, right? Not the flavored ones, not the
No, just plain Dannon. I mean, I have plain Dannon yogurt's what I'm
plain,
using.
not vanilla. Vanilla is flavored, guys. Vanilla is
Right.
not plain. The plain, the one
Rory.
that, you know.
I did a lot of
Really
research
good
about that question. I did a lot of research about that question. And I feel like that owl on the lollipop commercial, I could probably answer that.
Okay,
I
so
bet you've
how long of a
researched that.
shelf life does wine have? Do they go bad? So
3 days.
all wines can go bad. There's wines that are made very robust. Our Grand Crus are made robust. Grand Crus have a longer shelf life, and I'm going to tell you a shelf life of our wines are meant to be drank. We're making them at a very amazing beneficial value. They're meant to be enjoyed, not saved for 50 years. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about the wines and aging. There was a process where they would do that and they would keep that and that. I'm gonna tell you, we guys, we have one incredible, amazing life. You know, how sad would it be to not be here and enjoy that wine? So drink the wine, right?
Yep.
Like drink the wine. But Grand Crus, 10 years. Anything else, 5. That's your rule of thumb with our wines. Yes, they can go longer. But if you're keeping it longer than 5, you're not enjoying it. And that was what we made this for. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you this. I don't know if any of the wines here will last 5, even when we buy cases and cases, we buy it to consume it and we pair it around the foods. But you guys remember, we have new wines coming out every month. Live and enjoy it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes,
It's
they
hard
can
for
last.
me to save any for the next month. It really is. I
Yeah.
have a hard time. Mine goes quick.
This is
Yeah,
not one of
don't
those things
save
you want to
it, drink
hoard.
it. We'll make
You want to
more.
enjoy it.
Okay, guys. Well, Peter, I think we have featured all of your cooks and their dishes, and they have paired their wine. So do you have any closing remarks, sir?
Absolutely, I do. Okay, so I want to especially thank Peter Antoineau for coming on and giving us that amazing announcement about the Zen, right? Number 2, obviously, Rory, thank you for all your input on everything that we do. And then obviously Kathy and Kim and Julie for presenting tonight. But what I want to point out is that we promoted our wines while pairing them with some simple dishes, and even with a cauliflower, Kim, with just a cauliflower roast, that we can have a great meal with just that, right? And with the pizzas and with just our peaches and cream and whatever we're doing, right? It all works, right? And we all have to make sure that we just explore what we have here, and it's all going to be fun. That's kind of what my closing thoughts are. So thank you for everybody that's here. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming in, and we all obviously we love each other, so it's all good. Rory, do you have anything else to
God
say?
bless. See you guys on the trainings.
Cool.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Oh,
I'm out of
they're
here.
asking,
God bless
for
y'all.
recipe links,
Love you.
Peter.